everyone, this is Tanvi from BloggersIdeas, and today I will be giving you a very raw, unfiltered and detailed review of a masterclass course on adventure photography by the extremely well-known National Geographic photographer Jimmy Chin. This course delivers knowledge about photography and its widespread aspects, giving just about the perfect coverage for all. I will be reviewing this masterclass for you all to know for which group of people will this class be beneficial and the reasons as to why one should take it up. I will also be briefing you about the course outline and the structure. You will get to know more about the award-winning photographer, the instructor, Jimmy Chin, and his phenomenal pieces of work in this field, which his passion led him to. Before we actually enter into the detailing of the course, let me quickly tell you what I feel in regards to what Masterclass actually is. Well, Masterclass is a one-stop destination for all your knowledge quest. It is more like a virtual meet with pioneers of various fields, teaching and guiding you about their specific niche. So here's how you can gain access to it. $90 for any one course of your choice with lifetime access, or $180 for annually for all the courses. I would recommend you to go for the second option because it will be like giving a gift of education to yourself and to your family members, since you can also give this pass to anyone. It is surely a better idea than binge watching some drama, because you will be learning something incredible from the best people. So without further ado, let's get into it. A little about the course instructor. The mentor is Jimmy Chin. Not only is a photographer but also a filmmaker, an athlete who believes that photography is a way of living. This course has a lot to offer, but primarily it will serve you some techniques for planning, capturing and editing breathtaking pictures. An inclination towards photography, vast imagination with some creativity is all that you need to take up this class. Course outline. What is it all about? The course has been perfectly divided into 6 sections with about 19 lessons, each ranging from 5 minutes to 25 minutes. The course completely takes about 4 hours to complete, with leaps of knowledge in just 4 hours. Is such a cool deal. The lessons are pretty much arranged in a chronological order, fairly catering to the needs and understanding of every individual, completely keeping in mind the notion of the development in the field of photography. In these lessons, Jimmy Chin has explained how in the first place, developing a voice for the creators, specifically for the photographers, is supremely vital. The instructor has shared his experiences and has explained various aspects of his not so common and unconventional techniques through really fun, creative examples and case studies. A perfect combination of learning plus fun, honestly. The course offers an in-depth learning and knowledge of the working techniques, and most importantly, how Jimmy Chin turned his passion into his reality. With really insightful description of his work philosophy. One really interesting thing that I found about this course is you have to find what drives you, because if you don't get involved personally, it will become not so worth it. The course for sure pushes the photographers or the to-be photographers to make sure they expand their simple ideas, take risks and set the bars really high. About Jimmy Chin. Now, Jimmy Chin is such a multifaceted personality. He's an Academy-winning filmmaker, a photographer and an athlete. He climbed about 20,000 feet Himalayan peak and has legit a movie dedicated in his honor. He has photographed for National Geographic. He has been a world-renowned adventure sports photographer and a filmmaker. For the past 15 years, he's been the member of the North Face athlete team. He's also an accomplished adventure athlete himself, which has contributed to him being able to capture some of the aesthetic and beautiful shots. He's one of the only few people to ski Mount Everest from the summit. He has made the first ascent of the shark's fin on Meru in India. He has bagged up 10 awards for his films and photography work. So if you are looking for how to capture the action and do some scenic beauties, Jimmy's Adventure Photography Masterclass is definitely for you. In fact, what Jimmy Chin serves is applicable regardless of what genre of photos or films you want to create. People who love beautiful white scenery or watching adventure sports, I am 100% sure you will truly enjoy this course, as will anyone who is involved in high-octane sports like climbing, snowboarding, skiing, mountain biking, trail running and more besides as well. Now walk through, getting into some details of the lessons in various sections. Number one is Meet Your Instructor. This section is perfectly a great starter of the course, from ranging details into how Jimmy Chin found inspiration from the work of others to emphasizing on the importance of taking failure, learning from it, and moving on. This lesson has been very inspirational beginning. It has very strongly laid the foundation and aptly mentioned all the prerequisites to be a good quality photographer. Precisely, Jimmy Chin has cut down the whole process of photography for us into simple baby steps so that nothing goes by without being perfectly understood. The best part about this lesson is that we get to see how the master of photography himself took inspiration from the work of others and made sure his pictures feel alive. Well, because of this sort of motivation is exactly what we need. Not only that, but also this lesson has a mesmerizing mountain shoot done by the instructor himself, which doesn't let you blink an eye. Now, second is storytelling with images. This has to surely be my favorite section. It has such a pleasing capture philosophies, ideologies, frames, and of course the locations. Like very wisely said, learning cannot be restricted to the four walls of a classroom. This is a perfect example for that. In this section, different technicalities have been taken into consideration. Factors that tend to majorly affect photographers, like the focus of the lens, light to be natural or artificial, the location, the angles, everything has been mentioned, and such details. Some other essentials have been put through are how to tackle with the weather conditions and how to get into the detailing of the sky like a pro. In another video, I came across something very intriguing. Photography starts before you even pick a camera. After listening to this, I was in doubt as to how is it even possible. But as and when the lesson proceeded, all my questions were answered, and well, yes, photography does start before you even pick a camera. Some pre-planning, like choosing the correct and passionate subjects, hold great importance in photography, isn't it? Minutely expressed details that make this lesson a perfect go-to for budding photographers. Along with all this, the whole process of photography and its basics fundamentals have been so appropriately put up. The Yosemite shoot is exemplary as to how important researching, pitching, and editing are. These lessons, in conjunction with showing how important the core tenets of working with your editor are, marks out the principles of narrative as well. Then comes the most interesting part of the section, the picture. Now, I was in awe when I saw them, watching photos clicked from the tallest building in the United States to the tallest mountain peak in the world. Such a perfect amalgamation of the nature and urban environments. And I'm undoubtedly considering myself lucky to have virtually witnessed a frame of two sky-high photos together. Towards the end, this section reveals Jimmy Chin's approach to photographing mountain landscapes and how he composes his shots. Personally speaking, the name of the section, Storytelling with Images, very correctly fits in. It did feel like a story being narrated with such beautiful pictures. Didn't forget that I was not even like in a class. Now, third is mastering commercial photography. After learning and getting to know all about the creative and technical details of photography, this section takes us to the specifics of how to build a brand, the differences between editorial and commercial photography, and how to have your own perspective even while working according to the needs of the client. The subtle art of having some originality in your work while completely catering to the needs of the collaboration is something very well explained by Jimmy Chin. Jimmy Chin's whole specialization in editorial photography, which implies that he knows how to narrate perfect stories using pictures. Across the many extensive and full of understanding videos, he explains how he approaches working for magazines like National Geographic and how they tend to be. Now, moving on to the next section. The next section is very interesting. That is actually one of my favorites. Alongside, he is also a journalistic photographer. He has for a while now worked for commercial entities. In this section, he has explained the difference between the two types of shoots and also how differently they have to be worked upon. Moving on to show you how to actually attract the clients, get the perfect shots you need, and provide the company you are working for with exactly what they want so that you make good money also. Jimmy actually does portray in a later module and gives an in-depth strategy for winning commercial clients and how to put your voice into branding campaigns. We then are treated with a wonderful deep dive case study into a high alpine cannon shoot. This study was immersive and fascinating for me. Now, Jimmy is demonstrating, as always, great teaching, storytelling, and problem solving skills. Here we learn the 4-step process for magazine shooting, a very comprehensive, fascinating module covering everything from portfolio prep to budget to how to hook an editor. Another module that was perfect, the only thing that would have been made this module better was seeing one of the Jimmy's own pitches. There's still probably a chance to see that through because of the office hours where you can ask questions to Jimmy and get a video response from him. That's amazing. Post-production process and editing. Using a great variety of pictures. Jimmy took during climbing on location video he made with Conrad. He showed the learners how to give the required touch-ups and edit the images. Over the years, he has developed a sort of systematic approach to editing process now. He coined it as his 5-star method, which he shares with you during his photography masterclass. I really like the detailed approach of this. For the lighting and editing section, Jimmy also enlightened us upon how to identify color temperatures, the direction of the light and its quality. He explains how to create harmony between subjects and the background. They have also mentioned how it is essential for the subject and the background to pretty much be in sync with each other. Understanding gear and setting. In this section, Jimmy has basically described and thrown some light upon which camera, lenses and accessories to take along with you on a shoot, giving advantages and disadvantages of all of them. He also provides an overview of modes, ISO functions and depth of field settings. Without the right camera, lights and other gear, getting good results is impossible. So it was a good thing to see Jimmy include a gear guide. His secret getaway or tip to set your camera up before you put it up in the bag is surely a great idea. Knowing what the settings are enables you to work efficiently and immediately, understanding what adjustments you need to be making. Being prepared like this enables you to work fast and get the shots you would almost want and never miss. Jimmy, like most professional photographers, has his go-to modes and settings. During this video, he shares what they are and why he uses them. He also briefly covers how and when to shoot manually, which is actually really beneficial. Sneak peek into the workbook. Now let me quickly tell you the other cool thing this masterclass provides. Starting with the workbook that comes along complimentary with this class. It has all the notes that one must need in this class. Also some extra information. It gives in all the details about the course too, which is extremely handy and user friendly to use. For whom is this masterclass good or who should be doing it? Well, it is pretty basic. So anyone who has an inclination towards photography and adventure can take up. Professionals, students or anyone with sort of liking towards this creative field will benefit from this particular course. There are undoubtedly umpteen people who might look up to Jimmy Chin and are inspired by him. So these people can now see their favorite photographer talk and teach. This is honestly a perfect place to get inspired. Trust me, the right place. Pros. If you're taking up this course, there are innumerable plus points, out of which here are some. Firstly, I think it's a really great opportunity to listen to such a great and versatile personality and get to know about his own experiences, perceptions and learnings straight in his own words, which otherwise would never be possible. Understanding and considering how busy the schedules are of such a great eminent personality. Secondly, one of the best part about this course is that it is full-fledged course, alright. It lets you know of all the aspects about architecture and design. Third is also the videos and all the way of the teaching is really good. Anyone can easily relate to it and learn from it, be it an architect or anyone from the other professions. Undoubtedly putting it there, Jimmy Chin is a great teacher. My honest review, okay, so making it raw and unfiltered. If you really have that inclination towards adventure and photography and something of creative sort, you should definitely opt for this course. It is supremely insightful and compels you and me to think more about this field and get in-depth knowledge. So I'm truly satisfied from this course, and it is indeed very useful. A total 10 on 10, I must say. To conclude, I would just like to say that masterclass is one thing you should surely be considering, and it's really useful in the field you want to be in real sense and to get a clear picture of photography. So if you find this detailed review of masterclass course on adventure photography by Jimmy Chin useful, and if you want to pursue this course, I will be dropping the details in the description box below. Hope you guys like it, and before leaving, why don't you like and subscribe for more detailed course reviews coming up on Bloggers Ideas. See you soon. Lots of love. Mwah.